Hey there, today I am sharing 10 tips and travel hacks for my carry-on tote bags. You may travel with a backpack. Some of you may travel with a weekender bag or a small duffel bag like my striped one you have seen many times before. In this video, I will teach you my tips and tricks that I use for my bags that I carry on the airplane with me. They are considered personal items that fit under the airplane seat in front of you. My number one tip is to travel with a personal item that allows you to be hands-free. Why? Number one, you can hold your ticket and your identification for the Transportation Security Administration officers. And the second reason to be hands-free is you can get a coffee and still have a hand free. It's less stress. Once you are through airport security, just slide that personal item bag over your suitcase handles and you can be hands-free. Or you can just carry a backpack. According to luggage restrictions for Delta, American, and United Airlines, these personal items are bags that do fit under the airplane seat in front of you, and usually they come as a free item that you carry on the airplane with your carry-on suitcase. A lot of passengers call your carry-on suitcase and your personal item bags your carry-ons. I always check that there is a trolley strap on the back of my personal item if I'm not carrying on a backpack. My newest backpack that I am trying out right now only has a thin strap, but it is stretchy. I needed a new backpack because my old one is in dire shape. If you have a favorite backpack, leave a comment below of what the name is. Do not leave a link or YouTube will ban your comment and I won't ever see it and no one else will either. When you are packing your carry-on bags, pack an aluminum mug and just slide it in your personal item outer pocket for a water bottle or whatever. Use it on your vacation to keep your fruity drinks cold or your warm drinks hot. A lot of times in another country, or at resorts, they give you a small mug to have your coffee in the morning, and I like to fill up my aluminum mug and take it back up to the room with me while I'm relaxing on my vacation. I do have some lids for your aluminum mugs that keep your liquids from spilling, and they are 100% spill proof if your aluminum mug tumbles over while you're on vacation. One travel hack is to pack a couple of pairs of socks inside the aluminum mug until you get to your vacation. But if you're worried about the mental thought of that, just pack them inside a baggie down inside that aluminum mug. Another trick is to pack a few sandwich baggies inside one and then zip it up, because there are several uses for plastic baggies that you can do for packing and for travel. You can divide snacks into little baggies as the kids go down to the beach. You can pack your leftovers in baggies. You can also marinate your meat inside baggies if you're renting a vacation home this year. I have a video of other travel uses for baggies that I'm going to link for you. One trick that I figured out after several years was to pack a little tissue in the bottom of your water bottle pocket. And then this is not for an aluminum mug. This is for if you buy in the airport an already really cold bottle of water. That condensation in this type of pocket is going to stay down in that little pocket. So you want that tissue down in there to absorb any condensation from a cold bottle of water. If you want to know some mistakes to avoid when packing a carry-on, I'll link a video for you in the iCards and in the description box below. I am a Houston pilot wife. I share travel tips to help you travel the globe without a worry in the world. Click the bell beside subscribe, or just come back here when you need more travel tips. Another tip for your personal item bag is to pack in it as an extension of that carry-on suitcase. You can pack some tops or an entire outfit in a packing cube, but here's a better way to do it. Pack those tops or an outfit in a compression cube and then pack that in the base of your personal item bag. It's going to do two things for you. One, it is opening up space in your carry-on suitcase because you have fewer clothes in there. And then two, because it's so solidly packed, it's going to serve as a base in a loose backpack or weekender type duffel bag in the airplane, so that when you're looking for those travel essentials in your loose bag, it gives it some structure. When we visited the Pioneer Woman's Mercantile in Pawhuska, Oklahoma, I had packed a travel outfit in a packing cube, and I packed it standing up on the way to Pawhuska, but I figured out a travel tip or a travel trick is that if you place it horizontally inside your weekender bag or whatever bag you're taking, it gives you more space. Much like I figured out after about 10 years packing a liquids bag. If you pack your liquid containers horizontally, you have more space in your liquids bag. I know, mind blown. Speaking of your liquids bag, I thought of a tip recently, and that is when you're going on a short weekend trip, you do not have to take a travel container size that's 3 point whatever ounces. I know GoTo makes a 2.5 ounce container for shampoo, so that would save space in your liquids bag. And one trick that I use is I pack for regular security my liquids bag in my personal item bags, and then when I get to my gate, I move it to my carry-on suitcase if I know it's going to have room in the overhead bins. That way I just have more space in the airplane to rifle through my personal item bag. If you have a weekender bag or a backpack, you do not have to have padded straps. Sometimes those padded straps just make you hot, or it could be because I'm now 364 days away from turning 50. Another travel tip that you can do at home is to figure out which pocket you want to use when you're going through airport security that you can store immediately after you've shown the TSA officer your ID and your ticket. You can immediately pack those back into your pocket that's easily accessible and get you to the conveyor belt faster. If you want to know how to get pre-check or to find out what the clear lane is about, I have 2 videos that I'll link for you. I let my clear run out, but I need to renew my pre-check like next month. If you do travel with a laptop case, be sure to check that it is rubberized, because I bought one and I did not even look at what it was made from. It's way too slick and I've almost dropped it like 3 times. So I'm returning it and I'm gonna get one like this aqua that I usually had. I am transforming our dining room into a new YouTube office, so I will be videoing in a different location, so stay tuned for that update. So Ollie will not make an appearance as often as he has been. One thing I realized when I traveled a couple of times with this humongous personal item bag that fits very easily under the seat in front of you is that it's very easy to overpack. If you need help with how to use the space or to know what space is inside your carry-on suitcase, I'm going to be making that video or releasing it next week, so I will link that later in the description box for you. One travel hack is to pack a shoe in your personal item bag and one in your carry-on suitcase if you need that space. And another one is to pack cords in an old sunglasses case. If you're traveling to the beach, you can pack your room key and your credit card in an old sunglasses case in case someone's trying to steal a wallet. It doesn't look like a wallet. I have a video about some travel safety tips, especially if you're traveling to a different country. That video will give you some other travel hacks. I always travel with this RFID one. It's just super thin. It's easy for me to find and hide and slide right back into my bag. One travel tip for your personal item bag is to pack a little crossbody purse that you'll be using while on vacation to shop or go out to a cute restaurant. And it fits in the personal item bag because the airlines say you are only allowed a carry-on suitcase and then a personal item bag. And just save some space in there, and when you get on the airplane, take it out and you can put it on top of that personal item bag. This tip is for when you get seated inside the airplane. Take out everything from your personal item bag that is essential to you for the airplane ride, like your power bank or your battery charger, your headphones, a book that you might want to use, a journal. Have those in the seat back pocket so you don't have to look inside your personal item bag while you're flying. My power bank can charge my phone twice because I don't know all the time if I'm going to have access to a charger that's inside the chair in the airplane. You know, I love traveling with pouches. That way you're kind of organized, but nothing falls out of your personal item bag inside the airplane or airport. But when you're packing that personal item bag, if you can make a wall in the front, side, or back, or bottom with a pouch, do it. It just gives it a little bit more structure. One of the new TSA rules for regular airport security that came out during the pandemic is that you're now allowed to pack a bottle of hand sanitizer up to 12 ounces in your carry-on bags, any of them. But there are 2 tips you need to know about that rule. One, it cannot be in your liquids bag if it is larger than 3.4 ounces. So if you have a 6-ounce bottle of hand sanitizer, 10-ounce bottle, it cannot go in the liquids bag. If you're carrying a little personal bottle of hand sanitizer that's 3.4 ounces or less, that has to go in the liquids bag. It cannot go separately, okay? Put that in the liquids bag until you get through security. And then the second tip for that new rule is that the bottle of hand sanitizer that's larger than 3.4 ounces has to still be pulled out and put in the gray bin. So in regular airport security, you're going to take out your liquids bag and your bottle of hand sanitizer that's up to 12 ounces and put them in the gray bin until you get through airport security, and then you can put it anywhere you want. If you want to know the travel changes that have been going on through the pandemic that you might see in the airport that are just a little different, I will link a video for you called Travel Changes, I think. On one of my flights, the overhead bins were completely full, so my carry-on suitcase had to be checked to the belly of the airplane. And that just means when I got up to show the ticket to the gate agent, right when I'm fixing to walk on the plane, she said, "Oh, there's not enough room for that suitcase. Let me tag it." And she just puts this big sticker on it, and then I have to give it to the luggage guy before I get onto the airplane. If that happens to you, here are 2 travel tips. One is to make sure you have your medical essentials in your personal item bag, just in case your suitcase gets lost somehow on the way to that next final destination. And the second travel tip is to know that you are going to, at your final destination, walk from the gate that the airplane parks at all the way to baggage claim with your personal item bag. If it's a backpack, you'll be fine. It's not heavy or whatever because it's distributed on both of your shoulders. But for this kind of duffel bag, make sure you have packed inside your personal item bag the strap that goes over your shoulder so that you can make it into a crossbody bag, especially if you're really weak and have trouble walking through the airport. In Houston, the baggage claim is half a mile from most of the gates where we are parked at. I met a lady for the first time who is a cancer survivor, and she's just so inspiring to be around. And she brought me a bunch of her favorite travel items, and I wanted to share 2 of them with you. If you're a tea snob, you can get these little packets and put your own tea in there for travel, like on the airplane or on your vacation destination location. And then you fold it over and you have your own personal travel tea bag with your favorite snob tea bags. Michelle leads a support group for cancer families and cancer patients going through it and survivors of patients. She also gave me this travel cup. And one thing I wanted to share with you was a travel hack. And that's by my friend Monica here on YouTube. Her travel hack is to use this on the bedside table at your hotel. One, it's bright and you won't forget it, but you can store your watch or your jewelry in there and you won't forget it when you leave for your vacation. We have a whole travel community worldwide that shares their favorite travel tips and hacks in the comments below. So be sure to read through those. I really appreciate your time that you've taken to watch this video. I know you have options. Thanks again.